Oh, what's going on, YouTubers? It's the Natural Born Thriller, and welcome everyone to WWE NXT UK review. Two shows from January 9th, 2019, with two episodes of NXT UK. One that's going to be episode 23, and the other one's going to be episode 24. So, that being said, let's start first off with episode 23. So, here we go. So, they were in Liverpool, England. Your commentators were Vic Joseph and Nigel McGuinness. And their first match opened up with was Jamie Ahmed and his tag team partner Dan Maloney. They go up against Kenny Williams and Armia Jordan. So basically, in this match, and excuse me, folks. Yeah, I'm sorry about that. But as I was saying, so basically, Kenny Williams and Armia Jordan found some competition that they could finally beat, and sure enough, that's what happened. Kenny Williams and Armia Jordan finally won a match, finally won a tag match to say the least, against these two guys that are also known as jobbers. So in a way, the jobbers defeated the jobbers. But whatever. We got Gallus, and they talk about they don't like they don't like the they're not like basically about the fans, and they don't care. Basically they don't care. They talk about British Strong Style, and basically talk about Pete Dunne. Namely Joe Coffey was talking about Pete Dunne about he wants to face him at Blackpool takeover show for the title. Which and they're gonna do it, and we'll get to the contract sign when we get to it too. Also, we get to NXT UK Women's Championship press conference between Toni Storm and the NXT UK Women's Champion Rhea Ripley, and it was hosted by the general manager of NXT UK, Johnny Saint, and his assistant Sid Scarlett. So Toni Storm was basically had reporters there asking these questions to Toni Storm and Rhea Ripley, and one of them asked about talk to Toni Storm, and Toni Storm talks about, I don't remember what the question was really, but Toni Storm talks about basically answers the question. Talks about Tony, she basically talks about winning the Mae, being part of the Mae Classic, and she's been with in the NXT she's been with the UK scene for 5 years. Meanwhile, Rhea Ripley just comes and go. And then Rhea Ripley asked a question about something, about her strategy about defeating Toni Storm at Takeover or whatever. And she says basically she's not gonna tell no secrets. She says when she's in the room with her and all that. And she says she beat her first and all that, and also in Toni Storm gets to her shine by asking her a question from these from being asked a question from these reporters. And don't remember what the question was really, but she talks about bad things happens to bad things happens to good people, something like that. I don't know. I didn't know she was going for that one, but she says she wants to change the women's division of NXT UK, and she wants and she feel like she can do that after being after defeating a list of female wrestlers that she beat in the Mae Classic from start to the from start to finish. And talks about how she's beaten the best women's and she could definitely beat Rhea Ripley to become the new women's champion of NXT UK. So then Rhea Ripley was asked a question about these reporters about if you're a copycat or something like that of Toni Storm, and she says copycat, and then she's like I'm a joke, I'm a copycat, like no, there's your copycat right there. That Toni Storm and everything. And talks about that she is the face of NXT UK because she's the champion. And she said it's not Toni Storm's time, it's Rhea's time. And then she gets in the face of Toni Storm. Toni Storm gets pushed around by Rhea Ripley, and that was it. She didn't fight back, by the way. And then Rhea Ripley walks away. Toni Storm walks away, and that was it. Basically, it built up some heated tensions there. And I can't wait to see this match, folks. Again. Ligero, he talks about Joseph Connors. He needs to be a tag team with him. He needs to fight him in wrestling matches before, and and he basically wants to challenge him for basically when it pertains to finding these new toys in NXT UK. And I think Ligero was one of those guys that he was talking that Joseph Connors was talking about at one point. We get to Isla Dawn versus Saya Brookside. This match was itself. There was some chain wrestling. There was some wrestling holds going on. There was some a lot of counters after counters, pinfalls, attempts after pinfall attempts. And on top of it, you got Saya Brookside, who's second generation superstar in wrestling. Where it pertains to her dad, Robbie Brookside. So she's following the footsteps of her dad, and she's pretty good. She's actually a pretty good wrestler, and she showcased it against Isla Dawn, who's also a pretty good wrestler too, in the women's division. And so then in the end, Isla Dawn gets a win with some kind of pin roll up pin on her, and she followed her up pretty well, but she couldn't kick out. And it was good. And after the match, they show some respect, some sportsmanship. They pull each other over, and that was good. That was good to pull over Isla Dawn, especially how Saya Brookside did it too. By the way, first Isla Dawn raised her hand up, and then Isla Dawn's like, you take over. The floor is yours. The ring is yours. Because you won. I'll let you have it. So I thought it was nice. Saya Brookside, she's very humble. She's very perspective. She's all about sportsmanship, and she wants to show capacity, capacity and basically love to her opponents. And I thought that was nice. Eddie Dennis talks about his match against Dave Mastiff, where pertains to Takeover. Nothing else to say about it. And they did a video package too of it too, often basically what Eddie Dennis talking about it, and I thought it was well done, and the special effects of it too, pretty cool. So as a Dawn, backstage, she was talking to someone, I believe a reporter, about her match against Saya Brookside. Also, Ginny attacks her from behind and tells her the difference between a witch and a queen, because Isla Dawn is a witch and Ginny is a queen, and that was it. So it's going to lead to a match between these two. I thought it was going to be taking place at Takeover, and if it is, it's probably going to be maybe a pre-show. If there is a pre-show, I don't know if it is or not, but whatever. But it's going to lead to a feud between these two, and I can't wait to see how this match turns out. We got a guy named Damien Weir. His last name is Weir, if you know what I mean. But anyways, Damien Weir, he goes up against Jordan Devlin, and I was just waiting for Jordan Devlin to win, and sure enough he did. Like I said, Jordan Devlin, he's the ace. Well, I didn't say really. But I'll say it now. Jordan Devlin, he's the ace of NXT UK right now. And he's facing this jobber. I don't even know who he is, and of course, Jordan Devlin was gonna win, and he did. And he's gonna be doing an interview, right? All of a sudden, we get Travis Banks coming out to confront him, only for Jordan Devlin to run away. Travis Banks gets the microphone and says, "You want to fight? Let's do it right now," and all that, right? And Jordan Devlin refused. So it's gonna lead to a match between these two. Also, I'll get to more of that. I'll get to more of that when I get to episode 24, which is the Go Home Show edition. Ramsey is interviewing Mustache Mountain, which is Trent Seven and Tyler Bate. Talk about their matches. They're gonna have at the matches they have at Takeover Blackpool against whoever's gonna win this tournament. This match between Mark Andrews and Flash Morgan Webster versus James Drake and Zach Gibson. And they also talk about how they're gonna become NXT Tag Team Champions. The NXT UK Tag Team Champions at Takeover Blackpool. So yeah. All right, now we get to the match. Mark Andrews and Flash Morgan Webster versus James Drake and Zach Gibson. Match itself was pretty good. For a good 10-minute match, it was pretty good. And then in the end, basically the winner of this match gets to go. They go up against Mustache Mountain at Blackpool. The takeover show, their own takeover show. And sure enough, I knew James Drake and Zach Gibson was going to win. And sure enough, they did. And they won clean. And again, it was a damn good match. For the time they gotten, they put up very well. They got me invested, and then I enjoyed from the beginning to the end. And there you go. And that was it for episode 23. Talking about wrestling for NXT UK for episode 23. I believe it's 3 matches. Let me just double check. No, actually it's 4 matches. So yeah, good, 4 matches. My overall rating for the show, I'm gonna go 7.5 out of 10, and that was episode 23. And now I'm out to episode. Now let's talk about episode 24. So there we go. Same place, same commentators, same date. Let's get to it. Ligero versus Joseph Connors. This match was alright. Okay. This match was alright. I didn't see anything special about this match, folks. I just couldn't find I couldn't give 2 fucks to care about this match. It wasn't bad. It was okay. I just wasn't into it. But Ligero wins the match. So that kills all of Joseph Connors' credibility in NXT UK. After all those promos they did, after all the matches he's won, he goes up against Ligero and he loses. He comes up short. Wow, what a way to build up Joseph Connors in NXT UK. About it, what pertains to the NXT UK Tag Team Championship titles, the whole tournament thing. I'll talk more about that when I do the preview, which is gonna be tomorrow. I'll do that tomorrow. But speaking of the titles, also we get Ramsey interviewing James Drake and Zach Gibson about the match against Mustache Mountain for in the finals for the NXT Takeover or for the NXT UK Tag Team Championship titles at Takeover Blackpool. And by the looks of it, James Drake looked like he was offended with that question that he asked about how you feel and stuff like that. I'm trying to remember exactly how Ramsey said it, but they talk about how they're undefeated in tag team matches, and they're going to become the next new tag team champions in NXT UK. And then and Zach Gibson did all the talking after that. They talk about how they're confident and all that. Talk about how they're going to face Mustache Mountain, and Mustache Mountain doesn't stand a chance against them. And then they're going to be on Facebook Live, talk back to the fans about all this and everything, and that's all. Nothing else to say about that. So, oh yeah, I was going to say this too, by the way, folks. Episode 23 did not feature the British Strong Style versus Gaulless, because I guess I heard it wrong. I must have heard it wrong. I probably thought it was the next episode when I did episode 22. That was gonna be episode 23. That was gonna do that match, but I was wrong. I guess I must have heard wrong. It happens sometimes, but it ends up being episode 24 though. The go home show for this one. So, but you see British Strong Style, which is Pete Dunne, the NXT UK champion, along with Mustache Mountain, Tyler Bate, and Trent Seven, preparing for their match against Gaullist. Speaking of Gaullist, they also prepare for their match too, which is Joel and Mark Coffey and Wolfgang. Then we get to Dave Mastiff. He talks about the match. He's gonna have with Eddie Dennis at Takeover Blackpool, and it's basically like the same thing that they did for Eddie Dennis from episode 23. The same thing they did for Dave Mastiff, where he's talking about Eddie Dennis and the video package and all that, and the special effects and all that, the way they edited it and all that, the production of it, pretty cool, pretty amazing, fantastic, outstanding. So that's just like what Eddie Dennis too as well. But basically build up these two monsters facing each other for a takeover Blackpool, which is good. We get to Travis Bank facing Tyson T-Bone, and he was being accompanied by Saxon Hughley. So they had a match, and Jordan Devlin comes out just like the Kiwi boss saw, Travis Banks. Travis Banks was taking offense of that, and then T-Bone tried to take advantage of it, but Travis Banks ends up getting the upper hand, takes out Saxon Hughley out, because he's trying to get involved, and then he takes out Tyson T-Bone to get the win, and Devlin was not happy that he won, so he gets in the ring and goes after Travis Banks, if I could get the words out of my mouth. And he starts beating him up, and they start fighting on that a little bit. And Travis Banks is win the fight, and he dares Devlin to get back in the ring, but Devlin refuses. So basically, what they did here, when Jordan Devlin had his match, and he won, and Travis Banks comes out to fight him, but Devlin runs away. But when Travis Banks does it, he has that match, against someone like a Tyson T-Bone, he beats him. Jordan Devlin gets in there and he fights him. But when things don't go his way, he doesn't want to fight no more. But that's a heel for you, whatever, just whatever. But hey, he's not acting like too much of a chicken heel shit like WWE does in the main roster. Like a Dean Ambrose, Daniel Bryan that they did, but all these guys that they do with their heel wrestlers. And it is with this type of heel wrestlers. They have some credibility, and that's saying much. Main event time: Gaullist versus British Strong Style. This was an amazing freaking match, amazing main event match I've seen of a six-man tag team match. This is on the level of New Japan, on the level of Ring of Honor. Fucking amazing. I'm also going to say this too. Also on the level of Impact Wrestling, where it pertains to happening at Battle of Glory with Lucha Brothers and Brian Cage versus OVE. I'm going that route too. And also with the also where it pertains to OVE versus LAX at 1.2 as well. I'm going that route too. But yeah, this match, Gaullist and British Strong Style was a damn good match. And in the end, Gaullist ends up winning the match anyways. So yeah. I thought it was pretty damn good. But yeah, Gaullist is showing how much of a strong heel faction they are. And hopefully next time when they have a match, hopefully this time, the British Strong Styles will get the win this time. But yeah, but that was it for this show. That was the Comb Show. And Pete Dunne and Joel Coffey had a stare down. From I can't remember if Pete Dunne was in the ring when he had that stare down, or on the apron. I can't remember, but I don't remember anyways. But yeah, basically on the main event between Pete Dunne and Joe Coffey for Takeover Blackpool for the title. So talking about wrestling for episode 24 for WWE NXT UK. 2 matches. Oh, I'm sorry, 3 matches. Yes, 3 matches. So my overall rating for the show, I'm gonna go 8.5 out of 10. They did a damn good job for this Comb Show. For those that's gonna be there. Oh yeah, they also did some with the women's too, with their video package. With Toni Storm and Rhea Ripley. That's all they basically They did that one. I thought it was pretty cool too. By the way, I'm assuming it's gonna be the same thing they're gonna show again at that show too as well on Takeover, on the W Network. So that depends. But there you go. Uh, and that's all I gotta say, folks. That was WWE NXT UK with two shows with 2 episodes. That features episode 23 and episode 24. So thank you all for watching. If this is your first time watching me, it's the Natural Born Driller. Please subscribe to me if you haven't done so right now, and tell a friend about Natural Born Driller right here on YouTube. If you enjoyed this review, give it a thumbs up or give it a thumbs down, whichever you prefer. And with that being said, I gotta get out of here. I gotta be ready for later on tonight. And also, make sure to watch NXT Takeover. Make sure you watch WWE NXT UK Takeover Blackpool this come on Saturday, January 12th, 2019, live on the WWE Network. It's gonna be an amazing show, and I'll also talk more about that when I do the preview tomorrow. So yeah, I'm gonna get out of here, folks. So again, you'll take care. I'll see you all later on tonight. If you're interested to join along with me, to do where I do the on the live reactions to Impact Wrestling, for January 11th, 2019, for the Asylum, for Mr. Ricky J21, and yeah, there you go. And that being said, I'm gonna get out here. Y'all take care. Peace on the streets. Talk to you all soon, and I'm out.